going on, guys? Kyger here. In today's video, we're going to talk about something very big in the whole gacha community, and that's rerolling. We're going to talk about in Neverland, is it worth doing? And if it is, who you should be going for? Let's jump into it. Alright, so real quick, what is rerolling? And in all these gacha games where there's a primary gacha, which would be the links, the summons for the fairies right here for this game, is they generally give you a bunch of summons very early on, and you would do the initial summons, see how lucky you get, clear the cache of your game, do it again, try it over and over again until you get a good starter. Now, for the longest time, I've told people not to worry about that in Legends Neverland, and that's because they give you a bunch of the free currency, the regular summon seed, but they don't give you a bunch of the elemental summon seed in the beginning or even past level 100, whatever. But recently we've had something, not super recently, but now we just had a third version come in very recently, so that this is worth actually talking about. And that's if we go to the Flower Fairy Adventures Manual, we have Daisy, Viola, and Mistletoe, who all have a first encounter. And these are very quick, very easy to do things to introduce you to these new fairies. And if you do the quests right above my head, over the course of them you will get a 10x pool, and we have 3 of them now, so you get 30 pools, and that's actually pretty decent for a reroll amount, right? Normally people only do it on their first 10x and they do the reroll. And there's a couple things that newbies get that actually make this rerolling even more viable. So let's talk about that. So right here we had the regular summon seed one, the Track of Fate, which if we take a look at the details, it's 0.5% on the I call Gen 1 fairies, and then 0.125 or 4 times less for the Gen 2 fairies are a way to look at it. The Gen 1 being Chestnut, Candok, and Primrose. Gen 2 being Hydro, Balloonflower, and Anathria. So, well, also Camellia and Marigold. But if we take a look, so I don't have it right here in front of us, but as a new player, there's a cheaper version, which is a guaranteed 6-star for 1,200 instead of 1,500. So you could do your first 20, which you get very, very quick, and do the first 20 on the newbie banner, and figure out it's going to be one of these 3 that you're going to get. It's going to be Camellia, Primrose, or Chestnut Rose. Really the chase one would be Primrose, but based on the strategy that I would go for, Chestnut is just fine as well. So then we have our regular elemental link. This banner is always here, as well as the Track of Fate that we just talked about. So what's interesting here is if we take a look at the details, Track of Fate, like I said, 0.5% for Gen 1, 0.125 for Gen 2. If we take a look at the paid version, the elemental seeds for the elemental link, it is twice, double the percentages. 1% for Gen 1 and 0.25 for Gen 2. Now, something that they give you for the first 4 days of the server is you pick one of the 4 elements, and you get a better chances when you do the paid summons for the thing. So if we take a look, it's actually 2.5 times more likely to, but it's only for the element. So this one for fire is actually better for the Gen 1. So if we take a look right here, uh, 1% and 0.25%, both go up to 2.5%. So 1.25% goes to 5%. So 4 times likelihood of getting a element of your choice. So uh, I like to go for fire because of crit damage, crit rate, but water is a good option if you want to go the tank route. Um, but really, this is going to be class specific what you want to build. This is for people who researched and know what they want to build. This is a really interesting way to start in the game. So, what I'm suggesting is you do the 20x for the 1200 instead of 1500, the newbie banner. Do your first 20 pulls on there, see what you get, and then pick whatever element you want after you do the first encounters, and then do a 30x on whatever element you want and see where you can get to. So, this is somebody else's account right here that I'm showcasing on, and that's because this is on a very new server, and they've obviously whaled as you see above. And this account followed this idea, which is why I'm bringing it to you. And what they did is they did the first 20x on the newbie banner, got Primrose, chose Fire, and in the first 30x, got 2 Anathrias and 3 Chestnuts. So this is a very, very powerful strategy, especially doing it with fire, in my opinion, for most players, because if you've seen my PvP or PvE tier list for fairies, Anathria is a very sought after, very powerful fairy, and she's a Gen 2 fairy, so on the regular banner right here, she's 0.25%, but on the elemental banner, she's a 2.5%. So she get astronomically jumped in percentage to drop her. So let me know in the comment section down below. To be entered into this giveaway, the code word is going to be reroll, REROLL, space, and what you liked or disliked about the video. I really hope this helps anyone who wants to jump into the game or start fresh on a new server. This is what I would recommend to start strong and really give yourself an edge over other players. Till next time, guys.